Today guys, I will show you some of the cards that I was the most excited for from the whole Hobbit, riddling our opponents with the hardest decisions they will ever have to face. And I will also show you how to always get the pile of cards you truly want. Enjoy, this will be fun. Intimidation tactics. Well, good luck with this one. They see the full hand, but not much more. And we will be ready for the annex with our counterspells and get lost. We need to hit the third mana, that's the big problem. Baron. Baron. I mean, they know we will make the play. I still think we go for the counterspell. Oh my god, we hit it! Okay, this is the biggest part of the whole game. Guys who are good at Magic, we hit the third land. And now we are invincible. How about some riddles in the dark? We cannot play stock up, but we can play this. Oh, this is actually bad. There's no way they will give us this, but we have stock up, so we should find enough value. I need a land. But I think they will never give us this pile, so we will get this one. This is the one we want, like, you know, for serious. Like, we need to get the land. I swear, man, I every single time get the right pile. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, Bloodletter of Akrazot is very scary card, right? Well, not really. Alone it is just basically a 4/4. Cool. Here's your 4 damage. Because we need to fix our hand still a little bit. And they need to keep pushing. Right now we have a counter spell. And look at this. And now we can keep having counter spell and see. Bro, where are my lands? Seriously? What the hell? So. Will we get this? I guess we can get one counter. I don't want the monument, honestly. We'll get this pile, which is better. Okay, we will go like this. I'm not 100% sure we'll get the right one, because our opponents should know monument is worthless right now. It's only important at the end of the game. I swear every time I get the right pile. But the Shuffler gave me 4 lands in 1/3 of the deck, so we are doing at 50% of the normal land ratio. And that's the only problem of this whole game, by the way. Everything else is perfect. I think we need to stock up for lands because the draw is so bad. We're making all the best decisions, but we cannot, you know, fake the Shuffler. Land is... Do we take another one? I want normalize, but we have enough in the hand. Let's go. Let's just go double land. And we need to play this. It's 1 turn before they can annex and pay 3. Good call, good call. You are probably not hitting too much with it. And I will tell you guys, we don't need Ultima and we don't need Settle. Even though they are great cards, Get Lost gets the job done. And we just need to fix... By the way, we lost so much... Like, we lost so much value this game just to fix our lands. We could make a new hand out of it. We'll go to whatever. 12. By the way, all of this damage and all of the problems of this game is only because of the land screw. Otherwise, that would be not even close game. Okay, let's pay. Let's go to 10. Now we have Technique and also the Flanker. And I know we had Monument, but we are not about closing the game here. Interesting, they will try to finish us with some Wolves. Honestly, pretty good strategy here. And all of this is only because of Mana Screw. Normally they would have 0 pressure on us and would be at like 18. The only damage we would normally take is the Shockland. But here we will have to fight the Wolves and at some point answer them, unfortunately. So they will never play a spell and they will just keep using... Okay, never mind. I guess they will. I guess they will. We can draw... Let's draw some cards. They might have something for 1 or 2 mana. Wait. They didn't use this before attacking. So that means they need exactly 2 mana, which might mean another Cardon. Alright, that means we go for this. This was very fishy play. Why would you not use this? See? This is how you big brain those games. I completely switched decision based on them not using the map token. Because that was such a big giveaway. Let's go for this and keep fixing our hand. Okay, this is what we need to win. And I guess we need more lands. Marang is also pretty good. I need both land and Marang. Not sure what more. Okay, so we need to plan the next turn. Now we will counter. Oh, this will be rough. I might go for this, man. We can always draw cards with it. And we have a counter spell and flanker. We are under pressure for all the wrong reasons, but I hope it will be fine. This should be a counter spell. It's interesting they know about this counter spell. We could take 4 damage and then just play Marang, kill this and bounce this. That's not a bad play. But how do we use this mana? I guess we don't, so let's just counter it. And they should use map token on this, get it to 3-3 potentially. And then we can... I think we can steal Marang. Like, we need to care about our life total a little bit here. Land is nice. We could go flanker, but we cannot block, right? It's not a spirit flanker, it's just a normal one. You know what we could do? Technique into Monument. We have counterplay, so we can always settle the wreckage if they pump too hard. So I hope they will go for Baron. Okay, down to 2. If they have Annex, they don't have a demon. This is very risky, so I'm going all in to kill them on the next turn. And I think it's working. This is why I switched from Captain Marvel to Kitsune's technique. Because it's 1 turn instant lethal. So you can just go this, and most of the decks do not have counterplay to this. And with Captain Marvel, we would need to go for all the removal, you know? Alright guys, we are going first. I had to change a deck a little bit for this video, because I initially tried Captain Marvel, and I think that the Monument win con, like with the mill, is just a little bit easier. Because a lot of decks have so much removal that it's hard to power up. So even though I like Captain Marvel a lot, I think this is just, you know, a little bit more solid all around. Like if you just want to close the game in like 1 turn. So let's see. Our opponent is playing Is It with no authors? Oh no. Oh no. Now this deck needs to fight for value. I have no idea what we name. I will go for Biblioplex probably. Let's go. We could stock up here if we feel brave, but we have Riddles. So it's a little bit better. This is why I like Riddles in the dark, because this is an instant and potentially it can give you between 2 and 3 cards. So, you know, stock up is still probably slightly better, but this has way more versatility and it helps you to play with your counter spells. Of course, when you play stock up, especially early game, you're absolutely, you know, defenseless. With this one, you can actually force them to, you know, play into counter spells. If they don't, you get the cards. I'm thinking about the horse here. State of hand, this is good. Man, if they tap fully just to draw cards, that would be perfect. Because then we don't need to counter spell it, but we can also play this. Without like chance of getting counter spelled or something. They still play blue? They might have those. By the way guys, I've been trying the deck with different versions and I cannot find a creature deck today. Then the matchmaking is on some another level today. Riddles in the dark. What you gonna do? Do you want to guess? Don't counter me, bro. Okay, good. We actually need the land. And this is pretty decent, but I think we need Marang. If we go like this, we'll probably get this pile. I think we need to go for this. I need a land. And I think now, I'm not sure if we get the pile we want, but now we have pretty good chance of it. I think with the previous, you know, setup, we would get the cards we didn't want. Like, Day of Judgment is completely useless for now. Maybe it will be important later, but later is later. Now we need a land. This is literally riddles. Like, we make a riddle and our opponent is like, oh, I need to find the solution. And we got the card we needed. And I'll tell you, with this type of cards, like Fact or Fiction, Riddles, there was this guy that also, you know, the Prophet of Half-Truths or something like this for Dimir. I usually get the cards I want with those cards. We still need one more land. We might go for the Gambit if they play something expensive. So I expect crap deck. So far everything kinda fits. And this Gambit can be okay, but they have super cheap cards, so you won't probably get too much value out of this. Then I tried it, but it didn't work, so yeah, this is where we are. Oh boy, this is a little bit scary. I think we allow it, even though it's 1 mana 4/5, which is kinda decent ratio. They can Thunderflock or something. Oh my god, bro, chill. Actually chill. I think we go for the Gambit. We could counter it fully. They will only have blue mana. So why do we do it? Even though it's only 1 mana, it's 1 red mana. And they don't have more, so they cannot replay it. So we basically don't need to give the treasure. I really don't want to give the treasure to this type of deck. They can use it very well. And we can still kill the elemental at the end step. So we try to kill this one. And they still might have a counter spell, so that's why I'm kinda hesitant with some of the plays. If we cast Stock Up, they might go for a counter. Oh my god, this is so... Oh man, this is so good. Okay, now we don't need to play the things. I think it will be 3 steps ahead into Normalize. Because they will definitely open with this dude that we didn't want to see. That will force 3 steps ahead. And then their next big play is, you know, the surprise with Normalize. This is how I think we should go. Interesting, they hesitated a lot. What do you have? This deck is so rough because they can... Like, basically their creatures are 5/5s and 4/5s for 1 and 2 mana. So... Oh, I don't want to see this. Oh, this is such a good card. I really don't want them to get more. Okay, do your worst. If you have counter spells, this is the moment. Okay, I changed my mind. I think... Okay, this is a good tap. We cannot spend... you leave this colorless because then we cannot normalize. So I'm countering because we have stock up, so we can refill after this. I hope they cannot. And of course they will play this most likely, or something better than this. So having normalize is kinda huge. By the way, when we take one mode, it really shows that we have another play, because why wouldn't we take cards? Let's see. We're fully tapped, so now they can counterspell if they have anything. They don't have 3 mana, so this dies. I kinda want to starve them on resources, because they only have 4 cards. And it's like, is it so? A lot of those cards are like, you know, small cantrips. Okay, nice. Huh. We probably don't need more. For now we chill with a counter spell. Next turn it will be stock up most likely. Tapland here is a little bit unfortunate because we could stock up into counter spell or Kitsune's technique. Both of the plays require 6 mana. But, you know, we'll live with it. We can at least 3 steps ahead for 5 mana. I wonder what's the stop at the end step. Maybe they have the scrap or something. We cannot counter every sleight of hand, like this is just a cantrip, so if they get a good card from it, so be it. We don't want to see flow states because it's 2 for 1. And that means they refill. Yes, when I said that I don't want to see this card, this was exactly the one that they drew, the third one in 19 cards. Actual insanity, stop drawing them, you shouldn't. It's not statistically probable. Alright, this is not good. Like, we have to counter it just because it's so good. I actually want every single one of those cards, but let's go for the land. We have our game-winning combo already. So, there's fishing, but how can I fit? Man, I want to trigger it manually. Look at this, there's so much. Oh, there is a fish at the end. Okay, now I feel absolutely satisfied. We have a fishing minigame, finally in Magic. Here's the crab. Good decision, good decision. So I think we go for Technique. And mill half of the deck, and then we just need to sneak Monument. I will go for it. A little bit aggressive, but they're fully tapped. We'll also see if they play counterspells. Oh, this is the 4th flow state. You are not getting any of them then. They have Burst Lightning, Thunderflock. They have counterspells. They do? They do. But this is only mana-based counterspell. So Monument should be safe. We can pay 2 and 2. So even if they have double Phantom Interference, we can play. We can pay the extra mana, but we cannot exhaust them on the same turn. We have very limited time. Right now we cannot really answer it. Settle is okay, but you know, we probably won't get all the creatures. Ooh. I mean, this is so tempting, man. But we can just play Monument. So, okay, let's think. If they have a counter spell, they can counter both this and this. Or at least slow both down. This gets countered, this gets slowed. So, and if they don't have a counter spell, this just wins on this turn. Let's go. Let's see how it goes. It feels like this is just better play. Why would you sweep the board if you can win the game based on the same, you know, opponent's answers? And so far they didn't have counterspell. I don't know how many they play. We saw only one in so many cards. So they could play just 1 or 2 off. This could be even the single counterspell they play just as a surprise. But we have no idea. And we will know that if this enters, like, they cannot counter the ability. So then it's game over. Man, I think there is a good chance we won here, but I'm not fully sure. Oh, they're looking for a... they're looking for Phantom Interference. Oh, and they have 3 chances. So that should mean that they have at least second. So it's at least 1 in 18. Sorry, 3 out of 18. So it's 1 in 6 to hit it. They hit it. Alright, you have 1 more turn. You have 1 more turn. Bro, listen, I call it freaking lucky. Lucky. Because if they didn't hit it from the charm, the game would be over already. Now they have 1 more turn. 9 damage. They have Burst Lightning, so it's 4 damage. So it's 13 if they have 1. So they need Burst Lightning into Burst Lightning, and then they win. And I really don't, I really hope they don't have it. Man, I really feel we should win this game. Come on, come on, come on. You don't have perfect cards after you hit perfect card already. And after you hit 3rd flow state that I will remember forever. Okay. So it's 10 damage. But I don't think it should change the math, right? It's still 14 damage with kicked Burst Lightning, and now they don't have mana for the normal one. So now they need one of the cards to be land, burst, burst. This is the only setup that wins here. Otherwise we end up with Monument and we win. I needed to fish. I want the minigame. Like, I want to participate. I think Europa needs to accept the defeat, because I think there's nothing they can do. I hope so, at least. Of course we need to take the damage. Ouch. That's down to 5. Scary number. I'm not even doing anything. We don't need to meal. We need to meal. Oh yes, exhaust. And they have nothing against it. That's game. Our opponent needs to accept the outcome of this one. Bro, our opponent is highlighting cards, trying to make the plays. They still have hope. But 1 damage. Okay. They really want to show that they can, huh? You cannot burst lightning for 4, you have 3 mana. And it costs 5. I think it's Rope combined with Denial. Yep. And here it goes, because the last card is not Burst Lightning. If it was... Wait! No, because they can still upkeep play. But this is not Burst Lightning. If that was, they would play it. So, man, they tried their best to the very end. Well, guys, are you ready for some riddles? Because we have riddles for you. Man, I love this card. Like, this is basically Fact or Fiction. I remember Fact or Fiction was like $4 when I played in paper times. And I was like, man, why is this card so good? And then I started to realize why it's so good. And I kept adding it to every single blue deck. It was so fun, man. If I remember, it was exactly the same effect, but you get 5 cards that you were splitting between the piles. And it costs 4 mana. I think it was 3 colors, 1 blue. I didn't see this card for years, so I'm going full memory, but I think I got it right. So yeah, let's see. Bro, I swear I cannot hit a creature deck today. Like, I don't know what happened with the matchmaking, but, you know, I tried different version of this deck and I got like 3 double Azorius control into Esper control. I'm like, what the hell? I want to show you some creature decks, but... And by the way, I literally considered those games because I felt that they wouldn't be good for the video. But then I modified the deck anyway, so, you know, we're kind of starting over with the meal game plan, which I think is just better. So guys, let's go for the first riddles in the dark. Our opponent is Izzet, the most beloved archetype of Magic right now. And oh my god, this is wild. I think we go like this. I don't want Day of Judgment, I want the land. We have only 1, so we need more. We will get this pile probably. But we'll see, we'll see. Maybe I should hide the land. Oh, we actually got the pile we wanted. That's perfect. Very, very nice. Bilbo's Gambit will be even better if they don't have too much mana. Bro, why are Izzet players playing so slow? It's wild. And that's coming from a freaking Azorius control Sloth player, you know? that's something else. I guess they have a lot of small decisions, so, you know, I guess it's kinda reasonable. How about... Oh, this is a bad turn to do it. Alright, you get it. It's only 1 extra card, so they will find the land, that's fine. You know, if that wasn't Izzet, I would probably pass the turn, but it's Izzet, come on. Okay, so if they played this, they probably play this dude that gets value when they play 5-drop or higher, and the horses. So this could be a horse turn. Ooh. We can just counter it. Listen, can you try again on the next turn? I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh man, and now they should start with Tablet, which means they don't have spare mana, because they want to hit a land, of course. And that means we get 2 cards. So even though we lost card on this, now we can play 3 steps ahead and get 2 cards and discard 1. So it's good value for us. Oh, they don't want to go for the Tablet, I think. In all honesty, I think we're kinda okay. Like, we have cards we need. I think we just play the land, man. And I will even shock it. Very nice draw, by the way. Normalize is amazing because it's like a counter spell that usually you can find a way to just have this as a hard counter spell, and it's so easy to combine multiples then. It's interesting they didn't replay the Tablet. I wonder why. Okay, there is some critique on our gameplay, so of course they do it to cycle cards, which we are fine with. Bro, what's up with Izzet today? Like, I'm sorry guys, sometimes I would love to give you a little bit different matchups, but when I need to make the video for today, like, I just cannot, you know, change the matchups that I get, which is kind of weird. They didn't... What? They discarded one of their best cards in the whole deck. I have to disagree with this play. Like, tablet is usually the reason the decks are powerful. Even if I know about the tablet, and even if I counter it, it's a must counter. Why would you discard it? Man, that's such a weird decision. Tablet is basically one of the best cards in this deck. I wonder if this is Caps. And they will play another. Alright. That means we have a very juicy counter spell here, and we can get some extra cards. I'm doing this just for the cards. Normally I would just normalize. And I guess we can go for the Hamlet. Oh, and I also, like, initially I started with Anchorage, but I realized that Fountainport, man, Fountainport is the way. Like, this is actually such a good win con. Because, like, removal doesn't matter. Sooner or later you will run them out of everything. And this is a normalize, if I've ever seen one. Perfect. So they discarded tablet because they had to. But the reality is that the more you have, the better. You can always get the card from the top. That's why this card is so powerful. It's not only ramp, but it also gives you a little bit of, let's say, card advantage. It's not really card advantage, but it doesn't cost you a card to get 2 mana ramp, basically, which is massive. So our opponent has only 2 mana here, which means we can go. It's either fish or treasure, but I think treasure is better. Like, mana is so important in those matchups, and we have all of this card though, so we should be fine. What do we go for on the Hamlet? Probably the Plex, the usual. Not sure if they play it, but it makes sense to play it. Yeah, having extra mana is so good. And we'll probably go Riddles, or maybe even probably this first and then Marang. Let's see the play. Man, they had so much mana and they wasted a lot of it. I'm very happy with that. Let's go with Riddles. I'm considering starting to make fish. So we can start pressuring them, you know, tapping them a little bit. Like, when you get to 3 fish, like, hitting a turn, they need to start reacting to it, because that's actually pretty quick Leafa. Like, we don't really care, bro. Sure. Like, it's only 3 damage. And of course they cycle a little bit, but that's fine. I mean... I think then we get this pile, and I want this pile. Get losts are not very good here. And the visible cards are not scary enough to see. I tell you, I always get the pile I want from this. And this is so massive because now we can go for the flanker. There is a chance it will even survive, which is amazing. I could go for the graveyard. You know what? I will go for the graveyard. So they cannot get the discount on crabs or anything. I'm not sure if that's the deck. So far they didn't play like that. But still. What can be in, like, other card? There was something else? I have no idea, man. I actually have no idea. We will go on the Steam Vents. Now you cannot use it. Haha. We will definitely swing. I think we go for this. We stock up a little bit on those counter spells, or maybe not. Or maybe not. Maybe we will take 1 Day of Judgment just to sweep the board if things go wrong. We swing with this dude. And we still have a lot of riddles for our Is-It opponent. Bro. They should have creatures. Like, you played this specifically to fuel the creatures that benefit from high cost spells. Because this, like, gives you extra mana, so you can basically spend 6 mana and still have 5 mana back. It's great if you want to just keep casting high cost spells. Guys, do you see the pattern? Slow play into rope into lost game. Alright, I will make more. So now we will make the fish, because it seems that our opponent just cannot handle the pressure. And we'll make sure there will be more of the pressure. Swing, man. I think we dominated so hard that our opponent is just leaving the game randomly. Because they know that they will never win through us. Alright, let's go for another rope. Yep, that's a full rope and deserved victor. Our opponent just had no chance. So guys, the outro will be short because you know a lot of the deck. However, we've settled the wreckage that we couldn't really show how it shines because there are no badgers anymore, and somehow I literally couldn't hit a single aggro deck, even though those are the most popular decks in Standard by far, and it's not even close. But you know, Matchmaker doesn't care about actual population of the deck. However, just small rant here, but basically, especially Riddles in the Dark, I think this might be my #1 favorite card from the whole set. This is exactly the type of design I want to see. It's fun, it's 3 mana instant that gives you at least 2 cards generally. Sometimes you can even force 3 if you do it smart. And don't forget, you don't need to go 2 and 2. Sometimes you can go 1 and 3 for those massive bluff plays. And this is what I love about the card. I think it's amazing. It fights for the spot against Stock Up, which is the main downside, because Stock Up gives you 2 cards out of 5. So there is some difference in how the cards work. This is an instant, this is a sorcery. That means you can hold the counter spells and still cast basic your Riddle Stock Up at the end of the turn, and that's massive. Bilbo's Gambit is, you know, a little bit hit or miss. I like the card, but you don't get the card back. You don't draw a card after this, so you lose cards over time. That's why we are pretty heavy in the card advantage. We play Riddles, Stock Up, and Marang all at the same time. So this one was a bit of an experiment. I never gifted a treasure because we never needed to. It's probably best in Azorius Tempo, which we'll probably test at some point. So this card is very, very strong, but not sure if control is the right spot because we have just normal counter spells. So yeah, Riddles in the Dark is absolutely amazing, very playable card and very sleek. That gives you basically whatever you want. In a way, you get 2 best cards out of 4 if you do it perfectly and you deceive your opponent, which is what we do in Dimir and apparently in Azorius too. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting on Patreon, on channel memberships. You're absolutely amazing for it. As always, cannot thank you enough. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching and see you guys tomorrow.